Welcome, everyone, to Saturday Evening Chats. This is episode 129, and we are joined by the co host extraordinaire, Mr. DM Foss. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody.
First in tonight was Mr. Chris from the 740. Welcome.
You're muted, Chris.
You think I'm an amateur. Thanks for the invite. I was looking forward to this. I'm glad to have you back, G.
Yeah, thanks, and thanks for showing up. Last but not least, trying to slide in right as the show starts, Mr. New York Outcast, or as somebody has quite nicely named him, New York Bitch. Welcome.
Man, what's up with the name screwing around? Like, you people, man.
I have no clue who did that to you, but that's kind of funny.
He came in with that.
I know.
wasn't us.
That had to have come in from somebody else's show. Oh, it was probably when you were over on Squibs
I don't
last
know.
week.
Damn sure wasn't me.
I saw that and I had to point that out to you. So,
See if I can pop out and swap it. I'll be
all
back.
you have to do, don't do that. Just okay. Oh, so we have out in the side chat, MC, CB's out there, Woods, Chris pulling double duty, Mike White, Two Live Moo, Chicago Mike's out there, Tactical Fud's out there, Gunpowder Beauty, David Walcott's out there. Yeah, so start off with, before I play the intro, is thanks everyone for all the well wishes, the thoughts and prayers, and for the people who have donated to help. Thanks everyone. And I'm going to throw up if I can figure out, I'm kind of new. I've been out of this for a while.
In a world of uncertainty and turmoil, one man stands alone, along with his faithful sidekick. A man who entertains and educates the masses weekly, 70% of the time. Born out of the dusty plains of Washington State, now from the coastal forests of Oregon. The man, the myth, the man, G23.
So, for everybody, we got some good updates. I was at the doctor's yesterday doing wound care. And so, just so you guys can kind of understand, there's two separate wounds on my right thigh and like the growing area. One is smaller than the other, and that one is healed to the point that they're thinking that they might be able to take the vacuum off that and leave it just solely on the larger one. They don't look good, I'm telling you. I've seen the pictures. They're kind of disgusting.
How long is this treatment regimen? How long do you have to do it? Are they thinking anyway?
So the rough estimate is 3 times a week for 3 months.
Man.
And yeah, you got this nice tube that runs and hangs out, and you get to carry around what looks like kind of like a purse that has a machine in there that it sounds like it's farting all the time. Yeah, because it's It's and then because everyone can see the tube, you can like see the blood or poison mix like being sucked out of the body. So when I went to the hospital, I went to the hospital close by, which is like 12 miles away, and they did some x-rays or whatever, and then they're like, yep, we can't deal with this here, so we're gonna have to transfer you. You may have to go to Portland. I'm like, oh hell no, I'm not going to Portland. I'll go somewhere else. We kind of argued about that. Luckily, they were able to get me in Springfield, Eugene area at Peace Health. I mean, talk about an amazing hospital. It is just, I mean, I have pictures I'm going to post of like their lobby when you walk in. There's a gigantic fireplace there. They actually have a grand piano in the lobby for like, they have a couple people that play music, kind of, so it's one hell of a hospital. And people talk about like like hospital food and stuff. This place, I don't know. I think they got like chefs in there cooking because it was actually damn good.
I've had some good hospital food. So I wasn't a patient, but I was stuck there. So I guess some places are definitely better than others. So maybe you got lucky. Sometimes you get lucky and get the good stuff. What started this? Did you get like a small cut or scrape your leg on something?
No, and see,
like that.
I know. So the more and more I'm because you start hearing about this.
You take normal showers, right? I just gotta ask, what's normal to you? What's normal?
Daily.
Okay, just checking because some people think once every 2 weeks is normal. So I just want to verify.
Yeah, no. So it's kind of really weird. Some people can get flesh-eating bacteria because they were like swimming in a lake. So there's different kinds of flesh-eating bacteria. There's some that are environmental, and then there's some that just like kind of like MRSA that are on the body and then just flare up. So some of the warning signs, if you start getting like where your skin turns to like a bright pink or a red and it's like burning, or there's pain there, it swells, stuff like that, go get that shit checked out, because it will actually form inside your body and start attacking inside your body before it ever comes outside your body. So by the time like your skin pops open, literally pops open and bursts, and then you get like this horrible smell that like is like rotting flesh, of course, because that's what it is. It, by that time happens, you're like super close to what they call sepsis, where the poison in that will enter your bloodstream and pretty much you're dead at that point. Hell yeah, that sounds like that's awesome. I'll definitely get a hold of you there, CB. I'll have to pay attention to what day that is, what day of the week, because right now, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm making the 2-hour trip north to Eugene. Because I get to go in and have the bandages changed, and that gets pretty wearing on. You get it's luckily it's not so much real painful when they're doing the change, because they use a lidocaine gel, so they take and snip in the tape and everything, and then they pack it with lidocaine gel to really numb your leg and everything. So that kind of helps. What hurts is when they're pulling that tape off and the tape is attached to hairs on your scrotum. So you're getting a free Brazilian that you didn't realize you wanted. I'm just telling you guys. Not always the funnest of things. So, while I was in the hospital, I had the first surgery the night I was rushed up to the hospital. A couple days later, so I went in Saturday night, Sunday morning. They had the first surgery. Second surgery was Monday. And while I was on the operating table, getting the knockout gas poured in, one of the surgeons decided, I don't know if thought he was going to be funny or what, but he's like, we may have to remove one of your testicles while we're doing the surgery. And then I was out like a light. So I didn't even get to say no or can we talk about this, and nothing. That was like the last thought that was going through your head is they might cut one of my balls off.
It's not that bad. Not that I know, but a friend's mom dated a guy that had one nut. So I don't know exactly what happened, but you'd never know unless he was drunk at the kitchen table telling you about it. But I guess they can stick marbles or some shit in there nowadays. You'd never even know.
They have prosthesis.
In that area, a nut is the least of my concerns, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, they go anywhere. Oh boy, I'd be worried. I know they do great things with hydraulics nowadays, but shit, you can live without a nut.
Moo says Lance Armstrong did just fine. Well, that is true. So
I wish you to stay whole. You whine enough as it is. The last thing we need for you to lose, some of your Movito or something. But so I'm hoping the best for you. But damn, what a way to start a show. I mean, anybody that was eating probably threw up already.
Right?
Yeah, we care, but you didn't have to be that goddamn detailed. Come on, man.
Yeah. So, yeah. I thought I'd let you guys know. At least I didn't tell you.
Just
describe it.
Here it comes.
At least I didn't describe it like the surgeon did. I'm just saying that'll make it. That would turn your stomach in a heartbeat.
Oh man. Oh, I don't know. I shouldn't even get on it, but really, there's probably some benefits in not having two normal human balls. The way sitting down sometimes, things get twisted up. You can wake up out of a dead sleep and know something's wrong because things got twisted. Yeah, so if you didn't have to worry about that part of it, it wouldn't be that bad.
I mean, Lance had to be more comfortable sitting on that bicycle seat, wouldn't you think?
Right? So, yeah, we'll change the topic because I'm telling you, well, screw it. We've already went down the road. So when I went in, my scrotum was very well inflamed, very well swollen. So they had to put drain tubes in. And probably for the first 5 days after getting out of the hospital, I kind of wondered if they did not take one of them, which they didn't. So, luckily I got both of them. But I was thinking for the longest time, you took the left one. All the infection happened on the right side. What the hell were you thinking, Doc?
And then you find out three months later, that's his earbud.
All of a sudden, I can start hearing his phone call conversation when I...
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, in all serious, I do hope it, clears out. I would have hoped to hear you were already healed up and shit. I mean, still walking around, you got 2 spots, drain tube, like, don't sound good, man. So I've been afraid to say something. You seem kind of cool about it, but I've known other people that have dealt with some similar stuff and they ain't here no more. So I would definitely take it real serious. In a matter of a week or two, your whole life could change. I mean, it already did. Thankfully, it didn't go too far. So take it real serious.
Yep.
Like you should be eating salad all the time. Telling you,
Actually,
fast food and tongue stuff is just going to get you infected, bro.
Salads are like empty. There's actually not much nutritional value. I've been dealing with a dietitian.
Well, it depends what you put on them. What you do with them. Obviously, your basic iceberg crap ass lettuce salad is nothing. But you could add lots of stuff to salads.
So another thing is, while all of this happened, they told me, hey, guess what? You're type 1 diabetic. Like, no warning signs, no nothing. So now I get to give myself a insulin injection every day. So, yeah, it was a great time in the hospital. So I've been changing a lot of things, cutting a bunch of crap out and adding more and more proteins. So
I don't know. You're clearly freaking Chris out. I mean, he's over there drinking and smoking and going nuts, man.
You know what I do? I definitely won't eat tonight now.
oh no. So yeah. No, there was it's not that I can't do carbs, actually, and there's a big myth to that. So truly, you need 60 carbs per meal, and you should be eating like 3 meals a day. And that's where I was like really horrible. I'd eat like once a day. So yeah, you do need carbs to help carry and help break down a lot of that sugars. So
Well,
Damn.
everybody's bodies are a little different too. So, I mean, there's general guidelines out there, but there's also exceptions to rules in some cases, I would state. So,
Yeah.
general guidelines, just that general, but everybody's, an individual case in some senses. So, but, in the end, find out what's right for you and do what you got to do. You
Yep.
should.
And that's why I'm working with a dietitian to start changing a bunch of stuff. And well, nice thing is the doc said the way everything's going, that if I keep going on the way I'm going, I should be able to get off of being insulin dependent and possibly back to no diabetes. So I just got to keep working at it, A lot of it is cutting sodas, getting rid of drinking as many sodas as I was drinking and sugary drinks. So, yep.
All that damn junk food. It's finally coming to get you.
Yep.
Well, hopefully this will be a changing point and something you look back on later and, find some value that came out of it down the line, in a sense that altered your perception on life, thinking, ways of doing things. So, yeah. You'll feel better, healthier. I can tell you that much. So it's a big difference for me when I lost a lot of weight. So, just, not trying to weight shame or anything like that. I'm just stating, it going from unhealthy to healthy was like night and day, man. Just even getting up to go to the bathroom. What a difference. So
I think
keep pushing, man. We all could get better.
Yeah. So I think Moo nailed it. It all started with the one chip.
Probably. That male pride damn near killed his ass.
MC says no more mixed drinks, just have to drop the soda, straight bourbon. So when I was admitted in the hospital, A1C was 11.3. And when they did the last blood test, it was already down to a 7.4. So that's a huge drop in like 2.5 weeks. So yep. See, and the thing is I drink a hell of a lot of water. I mean, a hell of a lot of water. I'll drink over a gallon of water a day. Probably about 170 fluid ounces of water. But I still... So it's A1C, not AC1. It's A1C is the amount of sugars in your bloodstream. So yeah, I have a 32 ounce thermos that I have next to me that I keep water in.
That's not a bad deal right there. What you got posted on the screen. Something to get you moving, because really the food's really kind of half the battle in a sense. It's a lot of, you got to, if you're looking for getting in better shape, you got to do something activity wise. So everybody's at a different place, but anything that gets your heart rate up for more than 10 minutes at a time, including sex, is a positive thing. So even if that's just walking around, so if that's enough to get you pumping, give it a shot. I say the same thing for Rick, but he never listens to me. So
My wife wishes it was 10 minutes.
well, come on, man, you're not 19 anymore. You should have some control.
Yeah, that is definitely a good idea there. Me the people, doing a live chat, walking and stuff. So MC says watching news raises my heart rate. So yeah, I'm in early 40s. So yeah, so you could have a million high blood sugars and not have that much damage. It only takes one low blood sugar to kill you. Just think about that. You drop your blood sugars too low, and you can slip into a coma and never come back. So you've got to be able to balance that. But MC talking about pineapple on pizza. Yes, that's a downfall. Yep, Vanessa knows what that's all about. She says, maybe.
Sorry.
Oh, we both clicked it at the same time. Okay, I'll click it real quick. She says the A1C test, also known as the hemoglobin A1C or HbA1c test, is a simple blood test that measures the average blood sugar levels over the past 3 months. 3 to 6 months is where they're doing that. So, yeah. And anyone, when you go see your doctor, you can always ask to have that test done just to know where your blood sugars are going. So you can always maintain that. And Wood says, so guns are cool, just saying. Has anyone picked up a new firearm?
I haven't actually bought a new gun. I've just been putting parts on.
Mr. Foss?
No. It'll probably be a while before I get anything.
So, when did you do your R&L display stand short video with your new grips?
Last week?
I just saw it today.
Oh.
But that was a cool video.
Yeah, I hadn't. I kind of like them. They're cool hand gear. I still haven't taken it to the range, but they're a little bit thinner than the stock. It's on the CZ75 Compact, which is kind of a chunky little gun. These grips are a little thinner and they're a little softer, so they're a little grippier than the plastic ones that come on it. But just kind of getting used to the feel of the thinner grip.
We know Rob. He's not going to get a new one until they bring out a new MMP that will make his seem better, but be more of a Glock.
I'm in no hurry. You're welcome to buy me whatever you like.
What the hell are you playing with?
The bunny rabbit.
Oh, lunch. Okay.
There's wild bunny rabbits that have been hanging out in our front yard. I'll see them either late at night or early in the morning, and there's piles of rabbit poop out in the yard.
So
Rob, do you let that run loose around the house?
No, it's in a cage. It'd chew up my mats and everything if I did that. So
That's what I was wondering. I heard they're real destructive.
yeah, they're horrible. That like don't listen to what anybody tells you. If they're free roam, they're gonna eat all your moldings, baseboards, all that shit will get nibbled on. That's why it's in a cage. So seeing as how it's doesn't live here anymore. It's just here for I don't know, a night or two, I guess.
So, me the people ask, what's the first thing to buy for reloading? I know Chris from the 740 did a 8-part series on reloading for newbies. But yeah, the first thing you want to get is a reloading book. And read the very first few pages, because that will tell you a lot. Single stage press or a turret press, either one of those, so that it's not, if you go full on, oh crap, now I'm drawing a blank. Like if you go with a Dillon 650 or
A progressive.
progressive, the press is going to do all the work, and so you're not going to build. You could potentially skip a step and not be paying attention because the machine's doing everything and end up with a squib load. So you really want to make sure as you're starting out that you're checking and paying attention to everything that's going on. You have any thoughts on that, Chris or Foss?
I mean, the thing is with reloading, at some point you're going to have all the basic parts. So, I mean, really, you could buy the dies before you buy the press. It's not like, I mean, unless you're just planning on going right into the store and dropping big amount of money on everything you think you're going to need, and you're not going to get everything you think you're going to need, because by the time you get home and start setting stuff up, you're going to realize, oh, I forgot this, I forgot that. I mean, the press is a good starting point because that's probably going to be your most expensive piece of the puzzle right out the gate. So yeah, I would probably go with the press first. Pick a caliber. I think would be the smartest thing to do. Like pick what you want to be your very first caliber you want to reload, and then kind of start building off of that. So, yeah, Mark said single stage just in case you don't go far in the hobby. Yeah, that's a good idea too. But I started right out with a turret press, but I did a lot of reloading at my friend's house that taught me how to reload. So I already knew that once I jumped in, I was going in full bore. So I just went ahead and bought everything all at once.
I still haven't started. I've got my press. I've got dies, bullets, casings. I still don't have. I kind of set everything aside for a while, so I have the small Magnum primers that G23 gave me, but I don't have any small pistol primers. One of the
You can use those Magnum primers and pistol. I've done tests with them. It doesn't make much of a difference. I haven't really had they every now and then you'll hear people say there's a few striker fired guns that won't set a Magnum primer off, but I've never had the issue.
One of the real kind of confusing for me was powders. There's so many different kinds of powders. I bought Hodgson long shot because I didn't know. Didn't know what the difference was. I was looking in the book and they list different ones, and for different loadings, and it's like, oh, I guess long shot. That's one where it really helps to have somebody to talk to, like Chris or a
book. I mean, the book is. That's why I was saying, like, you definitely want to do what G said. Buy you a book, buy you a manual first, before you do anything, and read through it. Give you the basics of what you need to know. But once you got that book, and that's why I was saying pick a caliber, you can go to that caliber and then there'll be, a dozen, 14, 15 different powders that can be used for that. Like I love long shot. That's my favorite powder for 10 millimeter.
That's what I got it for.
Yeah.
But I was just guessing.
It's one I've had the best luck with. I mean, everybody's going to tell you something different, but you'll hear a lot of guys say they use long shot for 10 mil. It's a great powder.
So he says, how long do powders last? It all depends on how much reloading you're doing and shelf life of powders. Again, it depends on how you store them. If you're going to store them in a damp area, they're not going to last as long as if you're storing them like you would store your regular ammunition.
Yeah, I've only been reloading for 5 years, but I've got powders down there that are 5, 6 years old. A lot of my rifle powders, because I don't like 6.5 Creedmoor, 450 Bushmaster, 308. I only load that round maybe once every couple of years. So a lot of that powder has been sitting there ever since I started reloading, and it's fine. But I run a dehumidifier in my basement, keep my humidity under control all the time, and I don't have any moisture in my basement at all. So that powder will last forever as long as you keep the environment controlled that it's in.
So he says, so to start 500 to 1,000 or more, yeah, you're probably going to be in that ballpark, maybe 1,500. When you start adding, your dies, your press, powders, primers, and then if you decide to get yourself a tumbler, then you gotta go down the rabbit hole of, are you gonna wet tumble or are you gonna dry tumble? And people are gonna tell you different things. So, it can be a big, huge rabbit hole, but it can be a fun rabbit hole, just like getting into firearms.
Yeah, it's a nice way to relax. That's what I use it for. Except when I'm loading 9mm. I hate reloading 9mm.
Okay, Rob. I'll bite on your comment that you put in the side chat. He wants to talk about when I was in the hospital for 9 days, the sponge baths. I got sponge baths twice a day. I was spoiled. The wife knew about them, and even she was like, "Okay, they're just spoiling you or her ass way too much."
So was it like Coming to America?
I don't know. I've never watched that movie.
You kidding me? That's a classic.
That's a great movie.
I'm not a movie person. I don't know.
Well, we're not going to get the real story if the wife's right there. But yeah, maybe you should have her go get you a drink.
Hey, the wife knows. There's nothing. I don't hide anything from the wife. I mean, yeah, you got the full sponge bath. I mean, there was no happy ending, if that's what you're wondering.
Well,
And,
not with the rut going on, it might fall off.
right? I mean, Rob, you're talking like you got your normal size testicles. Mine were like the size of grapefruits, each one.
Whoa, damn! I mean, have you been sleeping on the couch for like the last month or something? Maybe this stems from another problem.
I'm just saying the infection was horrible. So, and me, the people, another great chat is on Friday nights is Georgia Shooting Connection, where Mr. JH586, sometimes you got Chris from the 740, Reloading from the Hot Pot, C-Dub, Viejo, Kyle Lusk, Chico Wise. Man, there's so many. Sharona, Pink Shears, so many great people that will come on. They're not all on at the same time, but there's not a single question that you can come up with that any of them are going to go, you know what, that's so dumb, we're not going to answer it.
Yeah, they're all really helpful, and we'll answer any questions you have.
So, yep. I've asked a lot of questions I thought were pretty moronic, and they had no problem explaining. Like I was asking what the reason why you would use a gas check for. You know, and do you have to gas check every round? So,
Well, Chris covers a lot of reloading too on his show, doesn't he? I'm pretty sure. Thought you did like a basics things or beginners as well on your show, Chris.
Yeah, we did. God, was it? It was 8 episodes, wasn't it, G?
yep, 8.
Yeah, but we did that. We had all the guys from the Georgia Shooting Connection on there helping me with that. I couldn't have done that chat without them. But yeah, I mean, I learned a lot during that. Pretty cool. Bald.
Well, I can just tell you the cheapest way to get ammo is to convince somebody else to buy it for you.
Yep.
Maybe you got to join the service. I don't know, but that's the cheapest way.
So, yeah. So we got like 30 people out there. Great side chat popping.
What's going on with your employment deal? Obviously, you got issues back and forth right now and stuff. I mean, yeah, you
Yep.
literally got holes in your leg or something. But what's going on with the whole CDL aspect and whatnot? What'd you have going there?
Oh, I passed all that. It's now I just
Yeah.
can't do anything until I can't do any training or any of that till, well, I'm healed.
Okay, and this diabetes ain't gonna be a problem with like the physical, none of that crap. You're basically gonna be cleared on for duty, or
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to go double check
despite,
on that.
yeah, despite the current situation, obviously.
Yep. Yep. So Mark says Mr. Mark Thomas is out in the crowd. So we got a lot of great people out there. Yeah, no, I don't know. So right now I'm worried more at focusing on getting back to the health being good, and then I guess I'll have to take it from there.
You got a backup plan going just in case it is a problem. Just out of curiosities, I'm not trying to pressure you. Just just asking. Like, you did what you were doing before for quite a while, right? Like,
Yep.
weren't you at that place for years?
Oh yeah, I was
They got any
5
competitors
years.
locally? Because a lot of times competitors will snatch people up just to kind of throw it in the other
Yeah, I've
person's
got.
face.
There's a lot of manufacturing facilities around here, and with as much experience as I've got, there isn't a single one that if I turn my resume into them wouldn't say come to work for us.
Good.
But yeah, I'm just not. I kind of really got burnt out on food manufacturing. But yeah, it's there if I need it. So
Well, shipping and receiving. Yeah, you run around on a forklift, dropping pallets all day, and
yep, that's
the
what I
right.
did.
Okay, there you go. The right place. You might be able to put some spinners on your ride. Get the turbo model. You know what I'm
Hell,
talking about.
there's
Mhm.
So, Mr. Balding Curious, the Cash App, there on my community tab, I do have a link to the Cash App, to the
I posted a link.
Gifts and Go, PayPal. Cash App is just I'll throw it out there. It's
You can pick them back up too.
yeah. I can actually do the dime trick with the forklift. I don't know if anyone's ever seen that done. A lot of people use quarters and think they're good. When you can,
snort a dime bag and then run your forklift.
yeah.
That's
No, if you put a dime on the ground flat, and then you use your fork to flip the dime up in the air, and then slide your fork underneath and have the dime land on the fork, and then lift it up in the air. Take the dime, and then you can just take the dime off. It's best to you get people to throw change down on the ground and then you just get to keep all that money. We've got. Did I miss a David Walcott question?
Yeah. No, I did not get the all steel Canic yet. I don't think I'm going to get it, to be honest with you. I like it. It's a great gun, but I just don't really see any use for it with what I've already got. So there's other guns out there I'd rather have. Not knocking it. It's an awesome gun. But I don't have a use for it. David wanted to know, he was asking, that was like way back when the chat started, what optic to put on if he was only going to be shooting between 0 to 100 yards. And my response was, if he's not going past 100, I would just get an LPVO in 1 to 6 or 1 to 8.
Yeah, or I mean, if you really want to run a scope, a 4 to 12 wouldn't be bad.
I like having. I just have become such a big fan of LPVOs the last few years because I like being able to just turn it all the way down and basically use it like a red dot, and then have that magnification to go out further.
I didn't like it. I've only had one. I put that on the 450 Bushmaster, but for me, I'd rather either have a red dot or just a scope rather than the LPVO.
Yeah.
What
Maybe it takes some getting used. Oh, go ahead, Rob.
Sorry, I was just asking what's he actually using it for? For hunting or just for practice or for a defensive gun or?
Yeah, we'll have to see what he says. I think my biggest thing with LPVOs for me was just the fact I've shot so many red dots over the years and gotten so used to shooting with a red dot that a lot of times, even when I'm using my LPVO, it's always on 1 power, but I do like having that option to go higher with it if I needed it. But I used to be completely the opposite. I was all about having like a regular scope, like a 4 to 16 or a 6 to 20. Or this is just something that I've changed in the last few years. So everybody's different. It just depends. I think it's, with me, especially shooting USPSA and stuff, I'm shooting so many targets that are up close all the time that I don't really get out and shoot very far, very much. So
that's kind of what, after taking it to the range and I'm only doing just, plinking basically, just shooting at the range. So I'm not doing competition where I have to go from short to long, quickly or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if there's a lot of guys that just go to the range every day to shoot 100 yards or past that. Then the LPVO probably isn't going to be it's not going to be that good. So yeah, it's just kind of what you plan to do with it. I mean, I've got long range guns.
So he said hunting. He wants to use it for hunting. So yeah, either an LPVO or a 4 to 12, 4 to 20, you could stretch out to 300 yards. So you can go from 0 to 300. I don't know.
I'd probably go for the scope aspect if it was hunting, just for help with verification, different things like that. So, you're not so concerned about getting rushed and having to take a close-up shot. I mean, not that you couldn't hunting, but, hopefully you're in a state you could also have a sidearm as well. But seemed like the extra view would be ideal in that situation. Defensive, I would have said a red dot.
Yeah, I run a one. I got a 1-6 Vortex Strike Eagle on my deer gun on my 450 Bushmaster. But yeah, it's just my preference. Man,
Tactical
Chicago
fence.
Mike, that is horrible. $50. I could have got a box at Rural King the other day for $25 for 50. That's crazy.
Yeah. It seems like it all depends on where you're at. Is
Mhm.
depending on what they're gonna jack those prices of ammo. Because like, well, it's been a while since I was looking at ammo. When I was gonna get some 38 special for the wives. Yeah, it was like $40 a box. I'm like, no way in hell.
What? She's not worth $40 a box? I mean, she's putting up with your shit. You're dripping ooze all over the house, bitching about you want lingua. She's driving your ass back and forth, and she ain't worth $40 a box. You son of a bitch.
I'm doing the driving. I have to drive myself to the doctors.
She's still got to listen to you, bitch. She don't get to
Yes.
clock out from that.
Yes, yeah, you're right. She does get to hear me complain about dealing with this pump and crap like that. Wow, he says 9mm is still $18 to $35 a box.
Yeah, I was saying, what did I say there on my chat the other night? I went to Rural King either Wednesday after work or Tuesday after work. They had it for $14.99 a box. That was the cheapest I had seen Factory 9 around here in a while. But yeah, I'm still $50 for 10mm. And then it's not even going to probably be good ammo. It's probably going to have the same ballistics as a 40 cal. This Factory 10mm isn't that good. Yeah, he's expensive there where he's at in Illinois. He's told me the prices about the ammo there. It's pretty bad.
Well, that's because they don't want anyone shooting.
Yeah. Rob, I mean, I don't know when the last time was you were at a gun shop. Like, what's your average price on 9mm right now?
I couldn't say right now. I haven't been by a shop in a little while, and I haven't bought in quite a bit longer. So hard to say, unfortunately.
Yeah. I wish Nikon still made optics, Moo. Man, they made some good scopes.
So technically, I'll probably be shopping in PA for most of my ammo moving forward because I haven't dealt with it yet. But apparently, they put you on a list now and regulate how much ammo you can buy in New York. So
I wished I would have went to a gun shop when I was over there, but I was only there 2 days and had to turn around and leave. But I know the ammo prices at that gun show we were at the Great American Outdoor Show were cheap.
well, that's a first. I've never been to a gun show where things were cheap. So
I know. Well, that was
never
yeah.
Like even a damn T-shirt is that they got jacked most of the time. It's ridiculous. Some of this stuff, my opinion, like batshit crazy type stuff in some cases. So I did, at least the ones locally around here that I've been to, within a few hours or whatnot. So shit, save yourself the gas. I mean, it's cool to go look. You don't mind for parking and get stared at funny as soon as you walk through the door, but not that you had the same experience, but I tend to stand out at most of these places. So it's probably a different experience. But yeah, I never find anything that I'm willing to buy. And it's kind of sad because you drive all the way out there in a sense, hoping you'll find something, hoping this one will be different. And they want $300 for a damn High Point or something. Like, no joke. It's crazy. Like, are you like crazy?
That's the way Wanamaker was when we were all out there in Tulsa. The prices of those guns were just, I would have never bought a gun there. They were ridiculous. But there at the Great American Outdoor Show, Greg, the New York prepper, and I both bought double tap 10 millimeter defense rounds. The 25 round boxes were $20, no tax, just $20 bill. And
so you
I should have
picked
bought
up
a
like
lot more ammo.
200 rounds, right?
Huh?
So you picked up like 200 rounds, right?
I just bought one box of them just to do a video on the channel and test them out, run them through the chrono and stuff. But one, because I've never had any experience with that ammo, but after talking to Greg, because Greg shoots a lot of double tap, I'm like, I wish I'd have bought a lot more of it for $20 a box. So, but that was at the Colt booth, and of all places, was the cheapest ammo you could buy was at the Colt booth. But they had 9, 10, 40, 45. I think they even had 380. They had a lot of rifle rounds, 223, 308. But yeah, after talking to Greg's like, yeah, that double tap ammo is really good. So I wished I would have bought more.
I can understand wondering. I mean, if your logo is you got a double tap, like did the first one not get it done? I don't know. It makes you wonder. I don't know.
Well, have a great evening, David Walcott, and thanks for hanging out for a while.
I think that should be Remington's Golden Duds logo is double tap rounds, so they don't shoot, just spin them a little bit and hit them again.
That'd be double strike, not double tap.
Okay, you might be right. Yeah. So double strike. Coming to the shelves soon by Remington. Get a big old bucket for $25.
It's kind of like a game you play when you buy that bucket of golden bullets. It's like, what are they, 1,400 rounds in the big bucket? 1,300 of them are probably going to go off. So
yeah,
it's like playing a game. Which 100 rounds aren't going to work?
Yeah. I thought it was funny when people were buying it like to stock up, like prepping or something. Like, man, that is not the stuff you want to be counting on, in my opinion. Like, I think, it's good stuff for maybe new people. You just want to play around, go through function checks, all that, this and that. But it's not a round you want to count on. That's for damn sure. Yeah.
It's funny how that works too. It's like back when you did that video, I think it was back during the summer when you bought that Winchester white box 22 ammo and you ran, every one of them rounds went off. Yep. And I'm like, Rob, how did you do that? Like I have, and it's weird how it works for different people. Like I have better luck with golden bullets than I do with the Winchester white box. Okay. But then it's like, then there's Winchester rounds that I love. I've got a lot of different rounds, different makes of 22 that Winchester has. They work great for me, but it's funny how it works different for different people.
Yeah, it's pretty true. I mean, in a sense, I've said it before publicly. I'd trust a 22 with my life. I mean, I'm not going to trust it's going to stop a threat immediately, but yeah, I would trust it to work. But a lot of other people would say no. My thing is, I've thought people just, let me close this door. To me, it seems like a lot of people just make excuses for their guns. They personally, like whether they don't clean them or whatever, because 22 is dirty. So, but you can't never clean your gun, throw a new ammo
Wait.
in, it doesn't work, and say it's garbage. You know what I mean?
What-
Like, you know what I mean? You got to give things a fair shot. So,
What do you mean, Rob? You have to clean your guns. You mean they're not self-cleaning?
no, well, my 12 gauge is kind of. With my wax rounds I make, I swear that barrel's like mirror finish, man. It's beautiful. But no, 22s definitely not self-cleaning. So, yeah, they make a mess. It's just what, blowback design doesn't matter what, it's just part of the game.
Yep. Every firearm has to be cleaned at some point in time.
I don't think I've said hi to Buck. Buck's out there. I wanted to say hi to him, and I seen Keith Gregory jumped in too.
Yep. Rougarou's Arms is out there. Hillbilly Up. AR 1776. Balding Curious. Chicago Mike. Keith Gregory. Jamie JH was out there for a while, but he had to go take a shower. I think the earlier part of the chat got him all dirty and disgusting, and so he's like, I gotta go shower. Chris is thinking the same thing. I gotta go after hearing the way this chat started off. I gotta go shower.
You had me checking for rashes, man. That wasn't cool.
I know I kept seeing myself scratching, like you're getting me,
Right?
giving me the willies, man. And I
That
just
people
got out of
gonna
the
kill
shower
me?
right before the show. I am not subscribed to Rougarou Arms channel. I'm going to subscribe. It looks like he's got some good videos over here.
Dude, he's got some excellent videos. I remember when he had less than 100 subscribers.
He's got 1.13 now. 1.14 now, or well, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm in there now. So.
Just out of curiosity, if you kick it, which one of us would you be okay with, trying to take care of your wife for you?
Well, there's only one of the people that's on the panel that's actually met her.
Well, I figure she's got to be like a great lady if she deals with you. You never buy her flowers. Shit, you forced her to buy you coffee on her birthday. So I'm just asking. Do any of us have a shot?
No, because none of you guys can be the ass that I am. Did you hear that, Rob?
No, I didn't.
She's like, she'll second that none of y'all can be the ass that I am. So, yeah, I don't know. She's put up with my ass for 23 years, 22 years, something like that. So, I'm telling you.
Oh, TT3 DMR just brought up a gun out there in the side chat that I love to hate, the P22.
Never shot it.
I love mine, but man, it's a finicky on ammo. It'll run any CCI you put in it, but
It's the Walter, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I almost got one of those, but I actually did research and found out they were kind of fussy. And, I'm cheap, so I just like stuff that works. So I skipped over it, but I did like the looks of them and stuff. You can get those in like almost any color too. They were cheap for a while.
Yeah, I've had mine for years. I think it was my first 22 pistol. I really wished I would have went the M&P route though afterwards, because I've shot both, and the M&P will definitely. I'd like to borrow that gun from that guy sometime and do a video, put them side by side, and see which one will run what ammo and what one. I already know the M&P is going to win, but it would be a cool video to run them side by side.
Mark with the C says that his P22 eats everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way it goes with rimfire stuff. It's just like my TX-22. That thing eats. You can throw the crappiest 22 ammo in it, and it'll run it. But that Walther won't.
You got to be careful on the mags, though, right?
Yeah, but I redid my mags. I put new base plate springs and everything on mine, and then you got to kind of work those followers in them. Yeah, well, actually, Me the People's talking about it out there right now. He said the first magazines had issues. Yeah, you just kind of got to inspect them and a little bit of fine sanding on them here and there. And yeah, anything that's mass produced is going to cause issues once in a while. That's like we were talking last night on the Georgia Shooting Connection. My in the back chat, that new Taurus G3 Tactical I bought, it would not run my polymer coated bullets. So, and I load a lot of those like Summit City, Brass Monkey, Blue Bullet. It would not feed polymer bullets. So, I was down there the other night and I put the barrel in the vise and took some Flitz metal polish and went in there with my Dremel tool with a felt tip on it and just started cleaning on that. I cleaned on that feed ramp and that barrel for about 10 minutes and took it to the range the next day, and it ate all the polymer bullets. It's just, there was probably just a little burr or something on there causing that issue. And sometimes you just got to work on stuff. It sucks. You buy something brand new and you got to work on it, but it's kind of the way of the world today.
Yeah, I don't like working on stuff like that. Brand new should work, things like that. Tim,
So-
I can tell you, she got chained to a radiator. Like, he tricked her into going to a dance at high school. He drugged her, chained her to the radiator. She's gotten Stockholm syndrome. She doesn't know. She's been locked like in this little box for 20 some odd years now. She doesn't understand, the benefits of a real man. So I'm just saying, if he kicked it, she could change her mind when somebody showed up with flowers and coffee for her out the blue. I'm just saying.
Probably not. You're gonna have to bust out a couple grand. I mean, anniversary present of $1,000 plus gun, random firearms being bought for her just because, that.
Yeah, in the day somebody buys something for her that doesn't have plans for the gift they bought her, she's not going to know what to do with herself. She's going to be like, what? I get to pick my grips? Oh my gosh, you're treating me too nice. I don't know how to deal with this.
She's spoiled as hell. So, but
Got Andrew out there.
yes, sir, and HIPAA.
Get Andrew back on the chat Wednesday night. I haven't had him on for a while.
I've got to get Hillbilly up over on the panel one of these weeks. Get Woods over here.
Woods will go on a panel, won't he?
Yeah, he's been on a few panels.
Yeah.
Maybe one of these days let Bald and Curious come back on. I mean, truly having more than one Yorker on at a time, it's like,
Yeah, well, you picked the right one, because that son of a gun, with his entitlement and all this stuff, and BMW this and BMW that, here's a Beamer for you. That guy, something's up with him.
Bald says, look who's talking. New York Outcast. Guy that buys his girls socks.
She loves socks. See, you just don't understand. That's like the big screen TV with the sound bar to her.
The wife says that you don't really buy her brand new socks. You give her your old ones when you go and buy yourself new ones.
No, my goodness. Like, no. My feet, no. Her sock would be destroyed. Like, there's no way. She could probably get 2 socks out of one of my socks if we tailored them or something. Like, there's no way.
Same with my wife. My wife's a size 6 and I'm a size 13. She'd look funny running around in my socks.
Yeah, be tripping all over the place and shit.
Well, see, Rob wears those anklets so that when he gives them to his woman, they look like they're the thigh-high socks.
No, it depends what I'm wearing. You know, if I'm wearing sneakers or boots or what. I've got 3 different sock sizes if we're getting on socks.
You only need one kind of sock.
No. See, that's how you end up with funky rashes, and then the next thing you know, they're talking about cutting your balls off and stuff. No. When you wear boots or something like that, you gotta have a taller sock. It's just how that is.
Bald says, Outcast definitely has his girl brainwashed if socks are the same for her as a big ass TV. That had my wife laughing. You're losing that battle, Rob.
Yeah, I've invested some work. I don't know. She's had this thing. If she hits the lotto, she's gonna get a new pair of socks every single day. She's never gonna rewear a pair of socks because that brand new, fresh cushion feel is priceless to her. You know, why should I complain? Some girls like jewelry, right? Diamond rings, BMWs, and big screens. So why am I upset?
I wanted to address that comment TT3 said out there. He said a Gila 22 is very dirty. It is. It gets my gun dirty quick too, but I like the ammo. It runs great in my TX22. I'm just curious to see which Gila he's running.
I have a couple boxes of the Gila. When I bought the Rough Rider, there was, I think they had 50 rounds for $5. So it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't a great price either. I remember when you could go to Walmart and get the Golden Dud 1100 round box for like $9.99, $10. But
now the Aguila that I run has like a it's like the copper plated. It's the plated ones, not the other. So I was curious to see what he's running. But yeah, they are dirty though. They definitely get the gun dirty.
But again, I prefer CCI
Oh yeah,
for 22 LR.
all day. Yeah, like if I go shoot a steel challenge match, I'm running all CCI just because I don't even want to take the chance of it not going off. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's a solid point. Those ones that I run are like a 38 grain, I think. I can't think of the name of them right now.
I think that's the same crap that I got.
Yeah, they work great in that Rough Rider, though.
Stuff works good so far. I haven't shot a lot of it, but I got a couple thousand rounds just because the price was $25 a box, 25 even.
Mine was $5 for 22 super extra 40 grains copper plated bullets. 50 round. It's got the red The red stripe, not the blue one like you were showing.
Yep, 223 DMR is running the same ones that I'm running. He said he just uses them in his bolt action now. So. Yep, that's the ones I run, the super extra. Yeah, and they are. I mean, they get like, man, that one day when we were running the TX22 suppressed, man, it got nasty dirty. If Bald's talking about the Calibri, that stuff is Hollywood quiet. That's some fun stuff to shoot. Hippa said, yeah, it drops like a rock. Sure does.
What?
Yep, Mark, I agree on that. Thunderbolts are definitely dirty too.
Okay. For some reason, the wife wanted to let Rob know that she was leaving the room. So,
All right, man. Tell us the good stuff about the sponge bass. Stop lying, and cleaning it up because the lady was in here. We want to hear the good stuff.
hey, I'm not going to lie. The nurses were, not too bad looking. That we're doing the sponge bass, but again, no happy ending.
Mm-hmm. I got you. Probably took the phone, didn't she? I got you.
Miss Annie Marie is out there in the crowd, so welcome.
Now, you guys think 22s? Do you get the same value from shooting 22 that you would from a centerfire caliber? Now, I'm asking this kind of, I don't know. My opinion's already out there probably, but some people out there just see 22 as a joke, a kid's thing. You don't benefit in any shape or form from it, which I'll just say I totally disagree with. But what do you guys think? You think 22 is just a waste of time? Just a toy? Can't learn nothing?
No, absolutely not. I think it's a great training round, especially now that they have I still need to do a video on it, but I bought one of the CMMG kits that you put inside your regular AR to run 22 through it. I think it's great for training. Yeah, maybe you don't get the recoil impulse that you would get, say, from shooting 380 or 9, but yeah, it's great training round.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of people are not going to be able to go to the range and just blast 9mm off all day, especially people that don't reload or even reloading. It's still cheaper to shoot 22 than it is to shoot reloaded 9mm. I mean, I'm all with you on that, Rob. I think it's great for training, and it's also a great round to get first time shooters involved, getting a gun in a kid's hand and teaching them how to shoot. The wife or a girlfriend or whatever. I mean, I'm all about it.
I'm with you, man. I mean, I see that as like saying, I don't know, that it's just ignoring the bullet drop. I mean, the ballistic. I mean, it's all still there. It's just on a different scale in some cases. So I don't know. It's like saying, racing a 125 is nothing because you're in the 250 class or something. You know what I mean? You can still have fun. Like you can still compete, do something with it. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So like I said, there's some people that just doesn't matter. 22 is just a joke. They don't want to get shot with it, but they'll argue to death on YouTube about it's just a joke.
What are we looking at here?
I'll have to look. So this is I'm up here on the second floor looking down into the lobby. So over here, this is the check-in desk. If you come in through the main entrance of the hospital, so this is part of what they have. If I could get my, so yeah, I'm standing up here, kind of, but on the far side. This is the lobby. This is elevators going to the parking garage, parking structure. There. Does that make you happy, Rob?
Well, now we're getting somewhere.
Look at, this is the fireplace.
Not
Look
bad,
at
not
this.
bad.
Look at this damn thing. Yeah, I mean, it's,
Man, look at all the people they ripped off to build that fireplace.
I'm standing up on this second level.
Nobody's
And
allowed to actually use.
look at this staircase. This and the grand piano. People actually play that every once in a while.
Charging $15 for bottled water.
So, yeah, that's, go through like this little hallway. There's elevators over here, and then on the back side, you can walk all the way through, and there's the cafeteria and stuff like that, which actually has really damn good food, even if you're not in the hospital.
Well, now we know why you were eating good food. Look at that place.
What were you asking, woman?
If you got the one from your floor up on the 7th floor and up the river out the back.
I don't think I have any photos of.
Eagle was?
I don't think I have any photos of this looking at out the back window. No, I think I just have the photos from going out of my room window.
Foss, are you back yet? Set to know. I wanted to see what his opinion was on the 22.
G23 never really gave his.
I like the 22. Yeah, I don't see you can go wrong with having a 22. Yeah, like the wife just yelled out, 22s are for fun.
But just fun?
No, I mean, you got hunting applications and all different kinds of things that you can use the 22 LR for. Oh, I'm gonna have to plug the computer in. I can unplug my charger. Show a picture of one of the dinners that I had when I was in the hospital. Tea, apple crisp, fruit. Look at this. I mean, steak, mashed potatoes, and gravy. That was actually really damn good.
That's a $300 plate right there. Guaranteed.
Probably.
Got a close up of the apple
Let
crisp.
me get an itemized bill on that. I want to see what that dinner right there costs.
I love apple crisp.
Dude, that apple crisp was, it was to fucking die for. It was like perfect. I mean, it wasn't super sweet. The crumble was great. Great cinnamon flavor. Yeah. No, that was dinner. And I do, man, I tell you one thing. The breakfast was like an egg or sausage McMuffin. So I had the egg, or the muffin, with egg and cheese and sausage patty. So yeah, it was.
Was it good sausage or that bland, cheap
Oh
ass
no,
stuff?
no, it was good, pretty damn good, flavorful. I mean, that was there. Rob, is that a good enough picture for you of the apple crisp?
Not bad, not bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it looks
What was-
all right. I
what
mean, I
was
wouldn't say it's the bomb, but it looks pretty good. Looks edible, sure.
The wife's over here saying the apple crisp was excellent.
Yeah, there's something about warm apple crisp. And then you throw on like ice cream, some vanilla ice cream on it with a hot plate or something. Oh man, good stuff.
MC says diabetes came from what they fed you.
Yep. Marlin Model 60. That's what TT3's out there talking. That's the first 22 I ever shot when I was a kid. That's what my dad had.
Sarge Bulldog says he's slowly working to show us his balls. No, nope, those photos will not hit the internet. I'm just saying.
Everybody knows what M&Ms look like.
Right? And definitely want to thank Senior Master Sergeant Bulldog for his awesome donation. After this is over, go check out Mark Thomas's channel. He just released a video of his son playing at the in the band. I think it was at playing at county band. So it must have been like a competition or county fair.
Well, is it good?
I don't know. I haven't watched the video, but Mark Thomas does put out some pretty awesome videos.
Yeah, I'm just curious because, some parents, their kids sound like they're dying and they think they're the next American Idol. Yeah, just got to ask. But some, priceless. I think better than, what's on TV or radio today. So you never know.
Mm-hmm. But so, Mr. Foss, are you back?
Yes.
Okay, Chris has a question for you.
Yes.
Oh, we were running around the panel talking about 22. If you think is it a good training ammo? Is it good for, like, what's your thoughts on shooting 22? Do you enjoy shooting 22 long rifle?
For the most part, no.
Okay.
I do. I mean, probably my favorite gun is my Marlin 60. But other than that, like the handguns, 22 handguns, I just don't enjoy it. It's a good starter round. Bring kids in. not too loud, not too powerful, or somebody that might be skittish. It's great for that. And if you're shooting squirrels or stuff like that, does the job. I just don't. I'm a little bit of a recoil junkie, so I don't get all that much enjoyment out of 22 personally.
It's fair. I noticed that with a lot of the revolver guys that they're recoil junkies. I think Jason's that way a little bit. And, I get it.
But I don't have anything against it. I think it's a good round.
Night, Ron. Hopefully we didn't miss you already. He said he's out of here.
It'll be just a second before I gotta get this computer plugged in or it's gonna die.
So what are you thinking of your the new build, Foss? You liking it?
Which one?
The 450?
I do. I really like it. It's loud and thumpy and all the stuff I like.
I figured that was going to be the gun that was going to get you into the reload. I figured when you built that, I'm like, this is going to be, the Foss is going to be putting reloading videos out when he realizes how much fun reloading 450 Bushmaster is.
Oh, the way YouTube is clamped down, I don't know if you can show.
Yeah, you'd have
now
to steer him over somewhere else. But yeah, it's that's a fun round to reload. Especially you start getting down into your smaller 225 grain bullets and stuff. You can make them fly.
It was funny. First time I took it to the range, and I kept having people ask me, "What are you shooting?" I tell them, 450 Bush. Oh, okay, that's why.
Oh, they probably thought you were shot. Yeah. I mean, it is. It's loud.
I mean, it wasn't. There was a guy. I think it was the same day. There was a guy with 6.5 Creedmoor, and he had a brake on it, and it would rattle your. I was a couple stalls down, and it rattled my teeth. That thing was loud.
Yeah, part of me wants to get an upper for it. I've just got a bolt action one, but I love shooting it. It's such a fun round. It's just devastating what it does to a deer. I killed my first buck with 450.
Yeah, I debated because I didn't know 450 Bushmaster, 458 SOCOM, and I went with 450 just because I knew it'd be easier to find ammunition because you don't see 458 SOCOM around here.
No, that's definitely I don't ever see it here either. That's definitely a reloading round. I can pretty much, I might have to go to a couple local stores, but I can always track down 450 if I have to. But I tailored around for my gun and only reloaded every couple of years because I'll crank out about 300 or 400 rounds of it, and that'll last me for a long time. But it's fun. It's a fun round to shoot. It's one of my favorites.
So we have Eagle Trucker popping in saying, showing support. Thank you very much.
Ann's got a question out there.
Okay. So, dry firing shotguns is like dry firing some of your older revolvers, your rim fires. You definitely want to make sure that you have snap caps, or at least spent rounds that you can throw in there, so that your firing pin is not just dropping dead and with nothing to land on.
Yeah, snap caps are pretty cheap.
Yep.
That was actually a great question because, Ann, I'll be honest with you. I've been around guns for many, many years, and I didn't even know how to answer that question for you. So I'm learning something here. That's an awesome question. I did not know that. I guess I've never really dry fired any of my shotguns, but I had no idea on that. So I actually learned something tonight. That's cool.
I'd say check your owner's manual, because usually, the manuals will cover things like that. I don't own snap caps. I know that's like a rare thing. I never owned chamber flags until Squib sent me for some, but I'm not typically dry firing a shotgun either. So maybe that's just me or whatever. But
Yeah, I just got these off Amazon.
Huh.
There's 12 gauge snap caps.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, you can pick up 12 gauge. I mean, pretty much any round that's out there, there's a snap cap for, if you want to go that route. And not only are those good for like just dry fire practice, but when you're like training and you're running your drills, if you got somebody else that can load your mag for you that you trust, they can randomly put a snap cap into your mag, or a couple of them, so that you get your failure drills going. So Go ahead, Foss.
Oh, well, I bought mine just because when I bought my shotgun, that was the first shotgun I had ever even touched. So I got them so I could practice loading and unloading, and without having to do it with live rounds.
That's a nice
you
looking
had
shot.
duds with 12 gauge rounds?
What's that?
Have you had duds with 12 gauge rounds, G23?
No.
I don't think I ever have either. And a lot of mine are reloads.
Yeah,
I
which is kind of
could be a thing, but I think some of this, the average person, I don't know. I don't think you're really going to have that many damn issues with your gun. Now, for other things, if you're responsible for other people, your security or whatever, then you should definitely push more, or personal goal to push more. But kind of seems maybe a little extreme in some cases, like pretty average chick or person, whatever, practicing, dummy rounds and all this crap on a shotgun. Not saying it's not a thing or shouldn't be done or anything. It just doesn't seem like it's very practical. Like, you're more likely to get hit by a car tomorrow than coming across that situation, probably.
the one thing I have had is I've had a stovepipe in my shotgun. And running, with a bullpup, that's a little different. It kind of got hung up. And so knowing how to clear, any issue. And I think it was just the way I was holding the shotgun. When I went to eject the shell, that caused it to kind of hang up.
Because bullpups get full of armpit hair.
And do you have the pistol grip model of that or the regular model? Because, man, that's a good looking gun. I got a picture of it pulled up over here. I've never heard of that one. It's a nice looking shotgun.
Mark Thomas has a great point too. Having the stab caps for your break action shotguns relieves spring pressure. So that also helps. No, so I had the KSG upside down because I was going to reload it. This is like when I first got it, so I was like trying to figure out how to do all the loading and trying to be all precise and crap. And so I had it flipped upside down, sitting on the hood of my car, and I tried to rack and shoot the shell out. It didn't really like that very much because you're not using the same kind of force and everything.
I like the looks of that. That's a good looking shotgun.
That is a nice looking shotgun.
Yeah, I like that black and stainless mix there. That is nice. They got another model too that's got the rail on top, and then they have. Let me go back and.
Is that a steel or an aluminum receiver?
Okay, I guess Chris said, "Screw it, I'm out of here." Also,
I like some of the Mariner models or whatever, but it doesn't. To me, it don't make a lot of sense just to have a barrel treated and not the receiver, or at least a metal that's not going to corrode so easily.
okay. So did Chris not get added to the stream?
Sorry about that. I backed out of the wrong.
We were like, Chris decided, "Screw it, I'm out of here. I'm gone." But yeah, I mean, $360 for that shotgun, not bad at all.
What's the details?
There's your pistol grip model with the rail.
Okay, I do like that. Just if it was mag fed, if it had a mag, a nice box mag.
I don't need another shotgun, but man, that's making me want to buy one. I like it. Looks like that's got a brake on it and everything. Yeah, I like that. That's so what'd you say it was? 360 for the standard model?
Yeah, she said that she picked hers up for $360.
Yeah, man.
Cross bolt safety. Not a fan of those on shotguns, but not saying you can't work around them or train with them, but
It's definitely a nice looking shotgun. I think the wife would get mad if I got a new shotgun.
So what was the deal at the end? Did they have a break or something, or it had something on the end there, which would
let me go read up on that real quick. See what find it again.
That could have been so you could put different like choke adapters on there, or even to be able to add a threaded barrel, so you could add like a breaching device.
Yeah. Usually, well, like not all brands, but a lot of those has like a thread adapter thing or internal in a sense. So with a little choke key tube or whatever they want to give you, key tool. But it looks like it's like kind of based off of Remington, so did they have like the lift gate the same? Is that one you're going to get your damn thumb pinched in and bitch about? Give us some detail. That's all I'm asking. Sorry, I'm not trying to fatigue anything or nothing. I'm just
Yeah,
know,
so
it looks like a shotgun. It doesn't say much.
that one comes with the door breacher choke tube, so it is a replaceable choke tube.
Okay.
6 shot capacity on that one. Rear ghost ring sight integrated into the Picatinny scope base. That's included. It also has side mounted Picatinny rails on it. Matte hard chrome plating on the magazine tube, magazine cap, slide rails. Got the swing swivel studs on it. 18-inch barrel. Length pull on it's 13 3/4 inches. Does have an adjustable pistol grip. ATI stock. 38.5 inches overall length. Weight of it is 7 pounds 8 ounces. Barrel is matte chrome. Receiver is aluminum alloy with a matte black finish. Chrome lined barrel and bore. So yeah.
It's a little heavier than my 500, which was an 18 point, I don't know, 2.5 barrel or whatever. But yeah, it sounds decent. It seems like a decent price range. So, yeah, with all my critiquing and questions, I don't see anything wrong with it for the price.
Bald says, "Damn, that New York outcast complains a lot."
Nah, you gotta know detail. You can't just look at something and be like, "Oh, that's nice." You know, come on, man. That's how you end up broke or getting divorced. You know, details matter.
She says, "It's my first shotgun." Well, you can't. It's a Winchester. It's not gonna. It should last quite a long time. You know, that should be something you're able to hand down to your kids.
So the pistol grip model of that is $429. I think I'd rather just have the non-pistol grip one, to be honest with you.
Well, we want to do some closing plugs because I'm starting to cramp up just sitting here. Legs not doing the greatest. So, Mr. Chris from the 740, you got anything you want to talk about before we get out of here?
Yeah, let's plug Hillbilly Up's chat. I'd like to see everybody over here in this side chat. Head over to Hillbilly Up at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central, I believe. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun over on that chat tonight. I'm going to be over there on the panel, and that's what I want to plug. Let's plug Hillbilly Up.
I just threw a link out to the live stream for tonight. So, Mr. New York Outcast, you got anything?
Make sure you get drunk. No, he's going early. No, nothing. Just say eat salad, stay positive, be a leader, not a follower, pay with cash. Hasta la vista.
And if you're inclined, New York Outcast has R&L displays. You can check out at rnldisplays.com. AR pistol displays, regular pistol displays, even has Glock mag display kits. So, is a nice options out there. Mr. DM Foss, do you have anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
I don't know. Spay and neuter your plants. I don't know. It's been so long. I'm a little rusty.
You got a live stream you're doing tonight or no?
No, it's off weekend.
I think you should do it tonight because I may be awake and bored.
Well, in that case, no.
No. So, okay. Well, check out DM Foss. He does a live stream every Wednesday night for the most part with the Mouse Party, and every other Saturday night at like, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the morning East Coast time, something like that. So, everyone have a great evening, and shit, I think I have an outro if I can remember.
I gotta figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do for 2 hours